we not forget, today is Earth Day. I know you guys read about it in the memo. And you know, as a school, TD embraces the most sacred places you can find. And in doing that, we just felt it would be a nice opportunity for us to hear about how young people feel about the sacredness of what we do. So we've asked Claire Collins to speak to you a few minutes about the meaning of Earth Day, and she will unravel this for us and give you a little education. Claire, come to the center. You're never afraid to be in the center, Claire. We can all say at least a little round of applause. Much more. Go ahead, Lady Clara. Nice and loud, please.
Well, I've been asked to speak about the environment, and you can't really speak about the environment without talking about, well, what everyone talks about when they think of the environment, climate change. But the thing is, no one wants to talk about climate change. And the reason they don't want to talk about it is because they're scared. And they're not scared of the climate part. We, human beings, have kind of overcome the whole climate thing. We've survived floods, earthquakes, enough nuclear strikes to knock out the dinosaurs. That didn't make any sense. But even most of us here have survived Hurricane Sandy, and we weren't scared. Better not have been. It's the change part everyone's scared about. Because when things change, you don't know what's going to happen, or if the things that you love will still be there at the end of the day. And that's pretty terrifying. Like, can any of you people here actually say that you're not scared about going to college in a year or however long? Because if you can say that, I would be very impressed. But see, it's human nature to be scared of things that change, because we kind of rely on things staying the same. When you get in the car in the morning and drive to school, you do so under the assumption that the school will still be there. When you build a house on a floodplain and you buy flood insurance, you do it under the assumption that it will still be a floodplain and you won't be just wasting money. And animals do that too. Animals can't evolve to the future. They evolve to what the year was last year. So they're like, I'm going to be better suited for last year. So when the same thing that happened last year happens again this year, I'll be fine. But it doesn't always work that way. And it never really works out that way, because everything ends up changing. And you can look at America, and it's ended up changing. Our borders have shifted. The continent has shifted. We used to be one big continent. Now that's changed. And the continent used to be full of dinosaurs, which has also changed. And even in this time scale of people that we remember, things which were once commonplace 150 years ago are now rightly considered crimes. But sometimes we can get so scared of the uncertainty of change that we forget that change can sometimes be a really good thing. Like, everyone, think of that thing you love. You know what it is? It could be an infant child, or your iPod, or Flappy Bird, or that thing that you can't imagine your life without. There was a point in your life where you didn't have that thing. You didn't even know it existed, didn't know to want it. And you were happy with that. And then that changed, and now you have that thing you love. And now you're scared that it's going to change again and you won't have that thing you love. But if it changes and you use that thing you love, you might get another thing that you also love. So maybe we shouldn't be so scared of talking about change.
Many versions of a similar theme, right? We're all concerned with our environment. And we have a gentleman here who is from Freeport, New York, and he has a little company called Spirit Drums. And in his lifetime, he continues to salute Mother Earth by sending sounds up and applauding the music that he hears, as well as having people applaud it as he plays it. If you've ever been out to Freeport, you must go right to his shop, and he will give you private and personal lessons. But we have a couple of students already. Noah, yeah, come to Noah, yes. Noah spent at least 2 hours with him today studying this. So we're gonna salute the heavens. All right, if you're in themes like TD is, we're doing American Indians, we're doing Eskimos, right? So each year we do Native Americans, we do indigenous tribes. And in that environment and in that culture, the spirits take over the mind. So let the drums take you somewhere. I think you'll enjoy it. And if you find you do, there's a brochure here or two. You can follow George anywhere. Let's welcome George from Freeport, Spirit Drums.
Hey everybody, I'm George from Spirit Sky, and I'd like you to join me in the rhythms to salute Mother Earth today. And is there anybody else who'd like to join us? We have some shakers here and a couple of drums. Anybody?
One more. At the back seat, the last chair. You can stand in the back.
Okay. drums that we're playing today are djembe drums. They're from Guinea, West Africa. This is a dunumba drum, this is a songba drum, and this is a kinkini drum. And they use these drums in ceremonies. to call other tribes to them, and they use it till this day for weddings, funerals, and anything, gatherings. It's to unite people to be together, and for unity. And it's a good way for people to connect with one another, and to be whole, and to send out energy to one another, and especially to the earth, because the drum is in many cultures. It's Indian, Celtic, African. It's every origin has the drum in it. And my belief in the drum is that it inspires me to be the person I'm supposed to be today, and it gives me strength to get through life, because life can be difficult sometimes for us, and you know, we need certain outlets in our lives, and music and rhythm is in each and every one of us. So if you say that you cannot play, that is wrong. Everybody has some form of rhythm in them. So I'm really glad that you guys are up here playing with me today, and we're gonna do one more.